Good morning and welcome to the Perkins Garages YouTube channel for another walk around video. This morning we're taking a closer look at this race red Ford EcoSport ST line, featuring the 1 litre EcoBoost engine producing 125 PS of power. That 125 PS of power is then transmitted through a beautiful 6-speed manual gearbox. We are registered on a 2020 registration, so we're going to take Ford warranty with us until June 2023. The vehicle itself is incredibly low mileage, only done 7,850 miles. I'll confirm the exact number once we're on the dash, but that sounded right. But don't let me stand here talking all day. Let me take you around this lovely little EcoSport. Okay, so we're going to begin like always at the front and we're going to make our way around the body. Excuse my shadows, it's January, so the sun is still very low, so you might get a few shadows, but I apologise in advance. Okay, so at the near side front now, we're having a look at the headlight. We've got some LED daytime running lights. That bit that appears to be flashing in your video, that is simply because the frequency in which the video is recorded on my camera. But let me assure you, in real life, they look amazing. So not only that, we've got some really top quality headlights and front fog lights as well. We're going to make our way around the front bumper and we're going to eventually get to the first 18-inch alloy wheels. So these are the machine cut alloy wheels. You can see that because we've got the shiny front face with a gloss black behind and the silver painted brake calipers as well. So these are 18 inches in diameter once again, and these are still installed with Pirelli tyres as standard. As the vehicle is such low mileage, you have thousands of happy motoring miles left on those before you have to start worrying about tyres. So as we do have a little bit of sunshine, we're going to try and get you some nice reflective angles. As you can notice, it's the two-tone colour, so you've got the race red at the bottom, and as you gradually go up the vehicle, it becomes like a gloss black at the top. That is also matched with the rear privacy glass, which trails all the way around the rear of the vehicle. Let's give you a little inspection of the bodywork. We're going to move our way down, try and give it a little shimmy with the camera to try and show you just how beautiful this bodywork looks. And then we're going to eventually peel round to the offside rear wheel and show you a bit of that also. Wonderful. As we're making our way around to the rear of the vehicle, you have rear parking sensors on the bottom lip of that bumper, and that's complemented beautifully with a rear vision camera. Making our way around to the near side now, we're going to give it the exact same treatment. So we're going to begin at the top by the roof bars and gradually make our way down. As you can see, it is in perfect condition. Near side rear wheel now. Again, really beautiful alloy wheels in this. It does complement the vehicle beautifully. It's a really, really nice looking car. So making our way to the near side front wheel now. There we are. Okay, so we're going to make our way round to the boot area now. So it's a bit of different construction on these EcoSports to what you're used to. It's not an up and down tailgate. It's actually a horizontally opening tailgate. So you've got the release on the right hand side, the offside of the boot, and that opens up the door lovely. So it's very convenient if you're parking front into parking spaces. You can open the door nice and wide and gain entry to the rear boot. And it's a surprisingly large volume rear boot as well. My girlfriend has one of these EcoSports and she uses it as a mobile salon. We have the different floor level at the bottom there, so you can actually lift up the floor and give you more storage underneath. And when you fold the seats nice and flat, you get a nice flat entry all the way through the vehicle. Worth noting whilst I'm here, if I can try and get it up with one hand, please excuse me for faffing around, proving more difficult than I first imagined. There we are. So you have a compressor and a tyre sealant kit as well, so you're always going to be going in the right direction. It's a nice and safe option than changing a spare wheel on the side of the road. Plug it in, get the safety, and it'll repair your tyre, as long as it's not, a massive slit in the tyre. That will serve you well. Okay, we're coming around to the rear of the vehicle now, and we're going to have a look at the interior. These ST lines come with a half leather, half cloth, and it's all defined by some really gorgeous red stitching all the way around. The rear two seats, so the left hand rear and the right hand rear, are ISOFIX seats. So under there somewhere we have a little metal bracket. You can plug the baby seat in and keep them nice and secure whilst you're travelling. Also, we do have a nice convenient 12-volt socket down in the side there as well, so you can maybe get a USB converter and keep all of the people happy and charged up on the longer journeys. Right you are. Into the business side of things now, so we're going to go and have a look inside the driver's seat. 4 electric windows, mirror controls and interior locking is all found on the door card just there. We do have a rear window lock as well, so again in the theme of keeping the children nice and safe. So this is the driver's seat. Again, the half suede, half leather appears once more. Really good condition. You can see no real creases or anything like that, and yeah, some lovely suede, very comfortable seating, and I'm in love with this red stitching. I have an ST line myself, and I love the interior on it. It is a really nice place to be. Okie dokie. So let me just jump inside. Start button. So foot on the clutch, the light goes green. We can then start the vehicle. Ensure it's in neutral, and turn that down so you can hear me. Wonderful. Okie dokie. So let's begin by looking at the driver information. So the left hand side of the dashboard, we have an RPM times 1000. That obviously counts the revolutions of the engine and produces a gauge of power. In the bottom cluster, we have a temperature gauge and a fuel gauge. And the right hand side, quite conventionally, is a speedometer, within the middle kph, and on the outside mph. In the middle we do have a digital driver display like there, and we control that using the arrows on the left hand side of the steering wheel. So let's go through those menus and have a look to see what they have to offer. Let me just set my camera up. There we are. So if we can go into the settings, the first thing, we have some driver assistance such as hill start assist and rear park pilot. There's different things you can do with the display. You can set it up to different measurements. You can see all your different tyre pressures and things like that also. If you come out of there, it's your regular trip computers. So we've got the trip 1 there, and you can see we've been averaging 36.4 over the last 128 miles, but best believe you can do a lot better than that. Digital speedo, we also have a navigation bit there as well, so when you do use your sync module for navigation, the directions are going to come up there. Different media, different phone connectivity, and we're back to the settings once more. So that's a little guide around the driver display. If I was to zoom out once more, those are the arrows I was using to navigate with, and on the right hand side are different media controls. So you can see you've got a volume rocker, voice command, pick up and decline phone call. That moves me on lovely to talk about the sync module. This is the Sync 3.4, and we can tell that because of the dark colour band at the bottom. If I go back to the home screen quickly, let me just change hands. This is the home screen. As you can see, it's nicely devised between audio, phone, navigation, apps and settings. So if I was to go in settings quickly, we do have some really nice little gadgets such as ambient lighting. So obviously it's daytime at the moment, so you won't get to see it in all its glory, but at night time you can choose the colour and you have nice ambient lighting around the vehicle. So it's a nice little touch inside the sync module. This screen is fully compatible with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so whichever software you have, plug your mobile phone in using one of the USBs down there and take advantage of all the applications on your mobile phone. More importantly, what it does, it makes it a hands-free system. I use Apple CarPlay every single day I get in my car, and for me personally, the best bit about it is it activates Siri. So once again, on the steering wheel, you can click the voice command button and you can ask Siri to do a whole range of activities. What's the weather? Take me to coffee, where's my nearest fuel station, take me home, phone home, play Elton John, anything you like. It keeps it hands free, so that's a very important bit to know. If I was to go into navigation, I'm a big fan of the Ford navigation. It's never let me down. It gets me anywhere in the UK, and all the maps are regularly updated. So for example, if you wanted to come to Perkins Garages and look at this EcoSport, you're going to need to pump in Charlie Mike 776 Sierra Alpha. Easy as that. Click search, find the GPSs up in the sky, and just like that it's going to sort out our navigation. And from there you can obviously set it as a favourite if you fancy, probably not Perkins but maybe your home address for example, and to keep it nice and organised. So that's a little bit about the sync module there. I won't go into too much detail. If you do have any questions on it, like always, give us a call. I'll explain it all to you. Just below it do have a little parade of buttons there. Unfortunately we've got a bit of sunlight. Let me try and get focus on there. A little parade of buttons. So we have a volume rocker, we have a tuner on the right hand side. This is my favourite. That turns the screen onto standby, Click it once more, it turns the screen off. So a lot of people say, "No, what about night time? Do you get a lot of glare?" If you don't like it, just turn it off. One touch, it will wake it back up once more. So that's the little parade of buttons there. And if you're into your music as well, you have a few different sound settings on that button there. Okay, so further south, we do have your heating, ventilation and air conditioning controls. As you can see, we've got fan speed to the left hand side, and we've got the temperature to the right hand side. The temperature actually has a digital readout in the middle as well. I am really a fan of that, so you can, after a while, you know exactly what temperature you want to be at, so you can just leave it there. In the middle, we do have rear and front demist, different vents in the middle, recirculation and air conditioning to the right hand side, and like always on a Ford, one of their party pieces, an electronically heated front screen. This time of year, that is marvellous. You get in your screen, get in your car, 30 seconds later your screen is defrosted. No more cold hands in the morning. This is the 6-speed manual gear selector. It's a very positive feeling. It's a nice long gear selector there, so you've got ultimate control. It's very comfortable, and for me, my elbow rests on that quite lovely, so it's a really natural driving position. And again, the 6th gear is your cruiser gear. If you do any work, any long journeys on a motorway, pop it in the 6th gear, set your cruise control accordingly, and this vehicle will be doing incredibly good MPG. Okay, give you a quick little view of the passenger seat whilst I'm here. Again, some beautiful suede, part leather, and some gorgeous red stitching. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. If you did have any questions, please do, as always, give the sales team a call on 01376 550 899. Thank you for watching, and we'll speak with you soon.